Hey everybody, this is Anthony Bionis from Mission Start Podcast. A little side note to this episode of Mission Start Podcast. So we recorded this when I was playing Rayman Origins on Twitch the other day. I'm unable. The video is still on the on our Twitch archive, but what I did is I took the audio from that and put it as an episode. There'll be two episodes of this. It was a long discussion. It was like went on for 2 hours. So tune in for this first episode, and then tune in next week for the rest of our in-depth discussion about kind of what problems are there in the with game developers and games nowadays. Anyways, thank you and enjoy the show. Hello, hello.
Hello.
So,
Where are my headphones?
okay.
Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to get my... There we go. And...
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Now I can hear you better.
Cool. Yo, so so I wanted to play something tonight that was like I want to play something tonight that was like I want to take my mind off of things or just kind of turn my brain off.
Yeah.
And like I'm playing. Rayman's been on my computer. I just haven't played it yet, so it seemed like a game. So far, it's like probably the best platformer, like better than Mario.
The sequel does it even better.
Nice. Oh man, do I have that? I have to check. I got so many fucking games.
Yeah, I like Rayman Legends a lot.
Yeah.
And then again, you already probably know that because of the conversation we had on the podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I'm just kind of playing this, like, just because, man, I'm always really excited when I get the Hearthstone beta. I'm so excited. I wasn't sure, I was thinking of streaming it, but I wasn't sure if I would be able to, just because of NDA type of deal. So I have to check into that, just to be sure I don't step on anybody's toes, especially Blizzard's.
Right.
So, if it's good to go, though, then I'm totally going to be in there. Oh man, the art style's so good, so freaking awesome.
Yeah, I want to play Hearthstone too, but yeah, it's technically not out yet, and I don't have a beta key, so.
Yeah, I suggest if you get the chance, like, I'm not sure they're doing it now, but like, oh cool, that's awesome. But yeah, like in their stream, I was just in there just watching, and like just out of the blue, because I guess everybody was being so nice. I mean, it was pretty cool. But like, everybody in there just started giving my beta keys, or not beta keys, but like Steam keys to like literally every game you can think of. Like the only thing I was kind of sad I wasn't able to get was Cave Story and Frozen Synopsis.
Cave Story is pretty fucking rad.
Yeah, I want to get that game. How much is it right now for Steam?
I have no idea. I know that I wanted to get it when it was on, or well, technically still is on DS, but...
Okay, that's cool. And this is the type of game where I can just like... It's one of those Game Grump games. And it seems I can turn my brain off and I just like, you know, start talking about shit and not have to worry about it. Oh. But yeah, man,
Well, I had to pull the mic away from my face because I was about to sneeze.
Pulling up that Taz, what do you call his name?
The Taz what?
The guy with the very deep voice. The Chocolate Rain guy.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember his name.
Yeah, past something. It was funny, oh shit. It was funny. I was like on his YouTube account or on the YouTube channel the other day. I'm kind of surprised he's still around. Like it wasn't like he was a one and off.
Tezonde.
Yeah, Tezonde. Yeah. Like I went on his channel. Like he's still around. He's still making awesome videos. He's been heard from him a long time. But it's like I was listening just to his voice. It's like wow. How can you? I mean, like, it's so funny what people look like, but then like the voice that comes out of it is just so unreal sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those games where you just like play and be happy.
Right now it is.
Oh wait, am I gonna encounter some hard shit later on?
Oh yeah, you are.
Oh really?
I don't know why I had to say that like an old Irish cop. Oh yeah, you are.
Oh damn. So
yeah, this game gets stupid hard later. Like, I mean, here's the great thing about this game. It's kind of like Super Meat Boy. Like every time you mess up, it's your fault. Like
right.
the game puts a challenge in front of you. You can see how to solve it. Now you just got to do it.
Right.
And then when you fail, you're just mad at yourself, not the game, which is brilliant. I think that's awesome to me.
So like, on a scale of 1 to 10, like how hard does it get later on?
Probably an 8. I'd say like the last few levels are an 8.
I see. Okay.
if I was to skip, because like platformers is kind of where I live when it comes to games in general, because that's what I grew up on and that's what I loved the most was just platformers. And this is basically like an homage to those, in my opinion.
Okay.
And like it gets, I love that little domino effect you just had there.
I know, right? So good.
Well, see, what's brilliant about that little part you just did was the game totally set that up, and you just had to see it. Some people might not see it and try to like jump on their heads or something, but you were like, no, if I punch him right in the gut right here, it'll domino all the way out. So I love shit like that in video games. But playing, oh, you didn't even get the first thing. I don't know how delayed the stream is compared to how far I'm talking, but
it's probably a second delay, because that's how it usually works with these streams. So, like, I may do something, it's like, oh, hey, you missed something. It's like, oh, too late.
yeah.
Yeah. But as you were saying...
Sorry, is that again?
Oh, as you were saying, though, like you were...
Oh. Yeah, it's just, like, my history of video games is this type of game. You know, I would sit there and play the crap out of the Mario Brothers games. If I ever went to the store, I'd always rent the side-scrolling platformers, because that's just what I enjoyed the most. And so when a game like this comes out where it's like, it's not trying to be... Like, it's trying to be its own thing, but at the same time trying to appease people like me, I really appreciate that kind of thing.
That's cool. Yeah. Like, what drew me to this game initially was just the art style, and the fact that this game was like made by like a bunch of, I won't say indie people, but like a small group of people.
Yeah. Wasn't this game made like behind the backs of some of the higher ups, so that way they could just make it without having to worry about anything?
I mean, the thing is though, is like, it's funny because like at the time, like people were just like they're thinking like, the secret game that they're gonna show up at E3 was gonna be Beyond Good and Evil 2, which everybody says every year. But then like shows this, it's like, oh, well, this still looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna check this game out in the meantime.
Well, yeah, like the game the game wins awards and stuff. Like, I'd say that's my only problem with sequels in general, is that a lot of game designers go, well, why mess with the formula?
That's true. I mean, I think this was the first Rayman game that, like, outside of Raven Rabbits, like, they were actually put some thought into. because like for like several years we had like a good, what's it, like a couple years of just nothing but Raven Rabbids games.
Yeah.
So,
Just as a fair warning, I might cuss out Batman and or Robin while we're talking, because I'm playing the multiplayer to that.
right.
Then again, I could be Batman or Robin, which is a lot of fun.
That's true. How is that multiplayer, by the way?
Well, I guess I should clarify something.
Okay.
I like the oddball multiplayer games. I'm on Bane's team, so you will hear me cuss out Batman and Robin. I really dig, like, the Assassin's Creed multiplayer. The stuff that really doesn't get played a lot, because there's a lot of support behind, the Battlefields and the Call of Duties and the Halos and stuff like that, and that's great. I mean, that's fine. I'm not dogging it. But games that have a genuinely unique multiplayer get very little support.
Oh yeah, it's that it's that you play it for about a good 2-3 weeks and it never moves on back to whatever popular multiplayer games out there, unless something that really breaks the mold.
Right.
But yeah, what exactly is the multiplayer for?
So what it is well, do you know the storyline to the campaign?
I have the game. I haven't played it yet. I do know, it takes place prior to Arkham, what's it called? Arkham Origins, is it what's called? But yeah, it's like a prequel to the other two Batman games.
Yes.
This is kind of like from what I've heard, this is kind of like a more kind of bolder, kind of younger Batman. Kind of like a Brave and the Bold, but not as...
yes and no, Batman's always been the kind of character where, it's a trap, Batman. Sorry, a guy just startled me. It's a trap, Batman. I know it's a trap, but he's already, prepared a way out of the trap because, he's thought further than the villains did, or thought further than whoever's trying to outsmart him did, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, where the fuck is everybody? But in this game, he just goes headfirst into it.
I see.
The guy playing as Batman right now on this game. Who is now running from me.
Oh shit, oh, whoa. Sure. Wow, that was crazy.
So yeah, there's moments in this game, because, the thing is that I've noticed, and I have to make it very clear going into it, is that, where the hell did Batman go? He disappeared. Or man down. What the fuck does that mean? Alright, whatever. Oh, Batman, piece of shit. Oh, wow. Oh, he got me. Or was that Robin? Oh, it was Robin that got me. Well, fuck you, Robin. Anyway, he's a younger guy. Yes, he's only been he's only been Batman for 2 years. He hasn't even met the Joker yet. He, to an extent, doesn't know how to handle all this. But he's trying. He's definitely I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna get this work. I'm gonna make this work. It's very interesting how they incorporated that in. But it's also in the Arkham series universe, because hold on. I'm just mopping the floor with these fuckers. They're all noobs. I hate to use the term noobs, but they're all level 1s. And I'm
right.
a level 48.
Right.
Hey, Batman! Oh, you scared the cheese out of me. Haha, you got killed because you're stupid.
So...
Let me stop playing. Let me finish this match, and I'll further explain without actually playing.
Okay. Because like I'm pretty sure like anybody that's gonna be watching this like later on, like what the hell they're talking about? They're talking about Batman, but they're not describing it.
Yeah, I'm about to...
Oh, this is in the demo. Cool. You know what's funny is like...
Oh, Batman?
You know what's funny is like, you know, the people who be, you know, that you would think they'll be doing with the stream for for today would be the Game Grumps guys.
Yeah, no kidding. They could have earned a lot of money for this thing.
Oh yeah, I mean I think what was it like I remember at one point like they suggested like a live Game Grumps, but like it would be they would say something they would like regret later is what I remember them saying. It's like it was the MetroCon panel I heard that from like 2 years ago. But
yeah, sorry. I didn't realize how badly I couldn't play and talk at the same time.
Oh no, that's cool. When a game requires you to think, then I think it's hard to do that. But if it's a game like this, where I just turn my brain off, just like, you know, go with the motions, it's like, oh, I don't have to worry about it.
I know I just scared the crap out of that guy. Playing as Bane right now.
Oh, Bane.
And I snuck up behind him.
Your punches are small, be severe. You know, as wrong as it was in the movies, I still like the Bane voice in it. It's so like comically good.
Oh, I won. Ha! I got the last 2 kills as Bane.
Do you have a mic? Can you connect a mic to your oh wait, no, hang on Xbox, that's right.
Yeah.
Do you when you wait, oh shit. When you win, like do you go to them or in the chat room like I'm one Batman or something like that?
I should.
Yeah, it's totally freaking funny.
My buddy Andy is clearly drunk because he is sending out messages he shouldn't. Alright, I'm going to stick into this multiplayer real quick, see if I become Batman or Robin. If I do, I'm not backing out because it's really hard to become Batman and Robin, and I am neither, so I'm going to back out. So after the match, if you aren't Batman or Robin, you go into like a circle screen, and it'll give you the chance to opt in or opt out to be a hero, meaning Batman or Robin. And then it'll spin the wheel and randomly pick 2 people. Later, folks. I should have fucking... honestly, if I wasn't talking, I'd have stayed in there, because that was a group full of people that are terrible at the game. I could have just leveled up for days.
Okay. So, like, so the multiplayer, like, you are put in this room, and it's kind of a...
Yeah.
Kind of a roulette, as far as like, if you can get Batman or not?
Yeah, kind of. Well, that looks cool. So, let me explain the single player real quick before I continue. So the story is basically Batman. It's been 2 years since he's been doing this. Alfred's still not a fan of it. He's got the Batcave and all, a bunch of different gadgets. The Batmobile is being assembled, but he has the Batwing first. Again, Arkham universe, Arkham series universe, and all of a sudden, because he's been doing this, Black Mask now has a hit on his head and hires 8 assassins to take him out. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the 8 assassins right off the top of my head. I know like Bane and Deathstroke, a couple other like really obscure Batman villains from back in the day like come back to be beat up real quick. Mm-hmm. Like one of them is called the Electrocutioner. He's actually the first assassin you meet, and he has gloves that have electricity on them. and he grabs like the railing in this cutscene. You see the electricity go through, and then he jumps down. He hits his fist on the ground. You see the electricity go across the floor and like go up Batman's legs a little bit. But it's like, oh, he's got rubber boots on. There's no way like it's gonna affect him. The fight starts, and the first punch or kick that you throw at him instantly knocks him out.
Okay, before you go on, holy shit, this is awesome.
Oh, what you're doing in the game right now?
Yeah, no. I'm talking about Rayman right now. I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm just like, holy shit, I'm in this new area right now, and like,
yeah, this is the your anxiety is not going through the roof. You might want to run. I don't know how. I don't remember what button it is to run, but
to get more. Oh wow, this is like.
I remember it being on the Xbox the right trigger. I don't know if that's.
It's the same thing. I'm using the Xbox controller with this. Holy shit! No, this totally remind me of like Adventure Time right now.
Oh yeah, it's.
But go on.
Sorry, I love that last bit. I know I'm a little. It's slightly delayed, but So yeah, like, it was really funny to see that, and it was put in place because like immediately there was like a whole thing that Batman had to solve, or you solve as Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some spoilers and stuff. I won't reveal them, but what I can tell you is that Joker is in the game. He plays a pivotal role, and the story. What's really cool to me about the story is that it borrows a lot from The Killing Joke.
Nice.
Which is like one of my favorite Batman stories ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the whole series technically borrows from The Killing Joke, and like Grant Morrison's work with Batman as well. Like a lot, like it borrows a lot from that. And so like I've always enjoyed the Arkham series for that. Now, this story, not written by the same group or even made by the same group as the other two games, it still carried that weight that I really enjoyed. Like, I was really skeptical on it because I was like, prequel games to stories that have already been fleshed out aren't really that good. But what made this very special was that there's a reason that the title is Arkham Origins and not like Batman Origins. Because it has nothing to do with Batman's origins. Absolutely nothing to do with that.
Okay.
I think the only thing that bothers me about Batman stories, especially ones that are in a popular medium like video games or movies, there's a lot of, my parents are dead, and I hate it. I hate it. And there are a few scenes in the game that do that, and it drives me nuts. But it's not overbearing. It's not something that completely takes away from the game.
Okay.
The game plays borderline identical to Arkham City. There's a few new gadgets that you play with that were really fun to play with. One thing I do like about Arkham Origins versus, like, let's say City, mainly City, was that in Arkham Origins, you were pretty much given every gadget that he has at his disposal right off the bat. Every gadget that you would imagine Batman having. However, you notice that as you're playing through like a whole stage, there are places you can't get because there's clearly a gadget you're gonna get later. By playing the other games, you know that like it's a very Metroid-ish type of game. I don't know. Have you played the other two?
Yeah, I played. Well, sad story. I played Arkham, the first one, the
Asylum.
Arkham Asylum. I got pretty far and my computer crashed.
Oh.
So all my save data was gone, so I had to restart that. I think I'm Arkham City. I'm not quite sure. I need to check. But like I played it good enough to know what's going on.
Okay, yeah. The Metroid quality of the game of like as you progress you unlock new gadgets and stuff was very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
But in Arkham Asylum, the way that they did it was that like Batman would just be like, "Hey, Alfred, could you have the Batwing just kind of drop off this thing that I need for this next part? It'd be great." And that felt kind of like it was fine to a point because it was almost like Batman realized he didn't necessarily need it going in, but now he knows he does, so he's going to call for it. And then in Arkham City, it felt even more like kind of contrived. Like I love the games. I'm not dogging the games. I'm just saying like this is something that always kind of bothered me a little bit was like, hey Batman, if you can carry all these gadgets on you in the first place, why aren't you right off the bat? But I get it has to be a game, so it has to have some kind of progression, if you will. You're gonna be fighting a giant enemy soon, so you're gonna want to learn how to suck those up and shoot them out.
Oh, I see. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Because he's gonna suck you in if you don't. Yeah, those aren't doing a damn thing. And then wow, shoot him. Yes, he sucked him up. He's gonna shoot him back at you. Just keep firing those at him, or he's gonna keep sucking those up and.
Gotcha.
So, anyway,
Oh, I died. Okay. But you were saying, go on.
Anyway, sorry, yeah. But in Origins, it was actually the first time where I felt like it wasn't contrived. That he went in with the materials that he had because he was young, and that this is what he's always developed. But, as you progress through the game, the villains and other situations are how you get the new equipment. So, like, when you meet up with, technically, spoiler alert, when you beat up Deathstroke, he has a zip line that it fires like one piece at a bar, and then immediately as it hits, it'll fire another one at like a string across. So that way you basically create a tension wire that you can hang from. Or if you want, you can shoot it between two henchmen and make them smack each other and kind of like get dazed from it.
Mm-hmm.
But you get that from Slade. And every piece of like every other gadget that he earns or that you earn through the game is because he's picked it up like Mega Man.
I see.
And I like that a lot more because it felt like a real progression. It was interesting. Like I don't know, like it felt a little bit better than the other two games in that regard. I'd say the level design and the attention to certain things like the Riddler puzzles are a lot weaker. But overall, like I think where Origins shines the most is definitely story development. And in all due respect, that's where the other two shined as well. So I don't have a whole lot of complaints about it. I'd say really, if I really had a big complaint, it's quite simply that it feels like it should have just been an expansion to City, not a whole different game. But the reason it is a whole different game is because it has a really good multiplayer. Now the idea of the multiplayer is actually very simple. 3 players are on Bane's team, 3 players are on Joker's team. You're in a small place with 3 checkpoints. You have to collect these checkpoints to, I honestly don't know. I've played it for a while now, and I can't figure out why you have to take these checkpoints.
Is it...
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. I don't know, because each team has 25 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm not sure about is if, like, capturing the locations for a certain amount of time or something like that takes away tickets without anybody on the team dying.
Mm-hmm.
But every time someone dies and comes back, it takes away a ticket. So, but basically, so three people in Bane's team and 3 people in Joker's team are fighting it out in, like, a small arena area. 2 other players, however, are Batman and Robin, swinging above. Basically, the controls of the game that you play of the single-player game are the controls you have of Batman and Robin. Except the henchmen that you're taking out are other players.
Cool. For the controls for like the henchmen and for like Bane and everybody else, like, is it exactly how like Batman plays out, or are they completely different?
No, the controls for the henchmen are completely different, and that it needs to be, because they basically had to create an entire new like control scheme for those characters. Because Batman it's not a shooting game at all. It's a third-person adventure. So to create a third-person shooter off of that engine is something completely different and new.
I see.
And like it plays, I'd say the controls like a slightly different mapping of the controls, but the controls are any other cover-based shooter that you'd ever play.
Okay.
I'd say my only issues are like it's really hard to tell like what trajectory your grenades are going to have. So like I've kind of just learned how to throw my grenades. And I'd say that's the only problem with the multiplayer on this. It does have a steep learning curve. And it gives you a pretty crappy weapon in the beginning. So like the main reason I was mopping the floor with those guys in that last match was because I had an assault rifle and they were all walking around with Uzis. I have armor on because I've unlocked it. I'm a level 47, they're a level 1. Like, it's not going to be fair for them at all. But, again, that's one of my issues with online multiplayers is bad matchmaking.
I see.
But aside from bad matchmaking, like, it's a fun game to play. Like, honestly, like, playing as a henchman or playing as the hero, I have fun both ways. Now, the henchmen have the things that they have at their disposal. If you play on the Bane's team, you have to unlock these, of course, but you have a rotary copter that fires missiles. Or rotorcopter, I think it's called, or whatever. No, quadricopter, sorry, quadcopter?
What?
It does 4 of the helicopter things, and it's remote controlled, whatever. And then, they also have, they have a tag dart. So you shoot the dart in an area. If an enemy gets near it at all, it'll go pow like that and pop out and tag whoever was near it. So all of a sudden on your screen you can see a little like arrow pointing down and it says enemy. If you tag a hero, it'll say like Batman or Robin, or actually it'll just show the bat symbol or show the R. And if you tag a villain, it'll say, like, you'll get a big old, like, it'll just say enemy above their head, but you'll get a, like, a giant XP bonus for tagging a villain. And then the last thing the Banes have is this giant, like, EMP spike. That, like, if you're hit by it, it actually hurts you. It'll hurt nearby, like, teammates, too. So, like, I don't use it just because it's kind of a hindrance.
Okay.
Plus, it, like, I don't know, it never seems to work right. But if you're on Joker's team, you get a blimp that it's an exploding blimp. So you fly into an area, blows up, kills guys. You get a thing called Surprise You're Dead, and it's a jack-in-the-box with a grenade in its mouth. And the third thing you get as the Jokers is the ability to dual-wield 2, like, really powerful nail guns at the same time.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, you can take out a guy very quickly just by being all badass. The problem with doing that one, though, is it's a risk. So, like, the only time I use it is when I have full health and I know a guy is around the corner and I know the second I show myself he's going to pop out and shoot me. So hopefully I can nail him quicker than he can nail me. Which that just comes down to aim at that point, because if I have perfect aim and he has perfect aim, I'm still going to win because I have this awesome gun. Both teams at a certain point and during the match will be told by their leader, whether it be Bane or Joker, that they are allowed to come into the map. Now, the cool thing about playing on the Joker's team is that Harley sometimes will just, like, when Joker's about to show up, like, Mr. J's about to come in there and handle things because you can't. So whoever gets to him first gets to bring him in or whatever. And they don't try to do they don't try to make it sound like it's a actual multiplayer game.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of her saying whoever gets there first gets to play as him, she'll say whoever gets there first gets the privilege of letting Mr. J in. So it's really clever in that regard. But
Okay.
so when you play as the villains, Bane, or if you play as Bane, first off he's massive and he has a ton of health,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense. But the problem with Bane, my biggest issue with Bane, is that he is a close-range villain. You have to get in close or it just doesn't work. So you're going to die quickly with Bane unless you keep your distance and just keep letting your rocket launcher reload. Which that's all he has. That's the only weapon besides his fist that he has is a rocket launcher. The last match that I played where I won, I was close to the guy and I punched the ground and flew him into a wall and knocked him out. And that's how I won, because I killed him essentially.
Right.
But normally playing as Bane is very difficult. I'm not a fan of it. Playing as Joker, however, is a lot more fun. Joker has a good amount of health. Not as much as Bane, but it's still pretty high. A lot higher than the heroes or the other henchmen. Secret. But Joker has his 6-shooter long barrel hand cannon that he has.
Mm-hmm.
That thing will kill anybody in one shot. Hero, other henchman, doesn't matter. Kill him in one shot. The other weapon he has is it's like an Uzi that has I think 6 shots in it, and they're all explosive rounds. So he'll just fire all 6 out at one time. Pull the trigger one time and it's out. And you can kill a hero if you hit them all with all 6 of those. But henchmen, you 3 of them and they'll die. So playing as Joker's a lot more fun just because he's just a lot more vicious. Hit that button. Go back.
Oh. Which one?
Go back in that other area.
Oh, okay.
Hit that button on the flute where the birds are sitting. Now you should. Well, apparently nothing happened. Jump. See if you can.
That's funny.
I thought someone was supposed to. I don't know. You'll see those buttons around this level, and if you press them, sometimes you'll get looms. If sometimes you'll get 1-ups or whatever.
Right.
Or hearts. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you see them. I guess that's a teaching moment right there.
I see. I just like some of his positions. He's just walking around. It's why? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's cool though. How is Batman and Robin? I heard that they were a bit OP in multiplayer.
The villains?
No, Batman and Robin.
They are, but to an extent. They're, to me, fairly overpowered. Batman and Robin don't really have, I'll put it this way. To knock out bad guys as Batman and Robin, you have to get close. To get close means you have to get on the ground, and every time Batman or Robin go and knock out a guy, you're watching an animation for at least 3 seconds. That 3 seconds can literally mean the difference between life and death.
Oh, I see. That killing animation? Oh.
Yeah, so during the animation, I'm just tapping the crap out of RB to zip up so that way I don't get killed.
Right.
There was a moment, no joke, I was playing with Buddy Andy last night, and I was Batman, and he was on the Joker team, and he pulls out the blimp to fly it around to fly up above so he can find either me or Robin. And what I hadn't noticed was the Banes had brought in Bane. Bane is walking towards Andy from a distance. I'm like, okay, I can get down there, get Andy, zip up real quick. I was frantically tapping the RB button because Bane was just walking hella menacingly towards me as I'm knocking out Andy. I got out of there like if it was a cartoon, like if it was like a comic, Bane would have grabbed my ankle. Like that's how close it was. But of course it's a video game, so he can't do that.
Right.
But like I was freaking out. But that's my point. Like that was like that time in knocking Andy out. If it was a henchman, he would have shot me to death. I'd have been dead. But because it was somebody playing Bane and didn't know how to play Bane, I got lucky. But a little bit later in the game, like I went to knock out a henchman, little did I know, Bane's right around the corner, grabs me and breaks my back. That's another thing. If you're in the process of knocking someone out and they kill you before you actually hit that final blow, you won't get that kill or that knockout.
I see.
So like to me, Batman and Robin are not OP. They are fairly balanced with the other players. Because really, when you're playing as Batman and Robin, it's 2-on-6.
That's true, yeah. I mean, what's to say they don't get game on you guys?
Right. Well, that's happened. Like you have to play like that's my favorite thing about playing as Batman and Robin is it becomes a completely different game than if you're playing as the henchman. I've played games that are similar to playing as the henchman. I'd say Gears of War is that game. Call of Duty is very similar. But when you play as Batman and Robin, you have to be stealthy and very strategic about what you do.
I see.
You can't just rush in headlong. Now, Batman and Robin do have the ability to have detective vision all the time. So, like, each of the henchmen, you have 2 meters on your screen. One is for your, basically, the detective vision, so that way you can see through walls and shit, and see skeletons like you do in the normal game. And the other meter is your sprint meter. So when you're playing as a henchman, one of the tactical or the strategic things you can do is, use your infrared vision to see through the walls, see if an enemy is behind, like, cover or whatever. But it only lasts a certain amount of time. And then if you hit it all the way down to 0, you have to wait for it to recharge fully before you can use it again. Or be smart about it and shut it off before, like it reaches 0, so that way it'll recharge like 5% and then it'll be usable again, but you've only recharged it another 5%. So it's kind of like you have to be very careful with how to use it. But see but that's the thing, like that's what I'm kind of getting at is I've never played a Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 1 where I didn't feel like every Call of Duty after that wasn't the same.
Right.
I love Battlefield, but they're all the same, just slightly different.
Of course. Why it's the old saying, why fix something that's not broke?
I agree, but why can't you try something different? I think the developers of this game did try something different with the multiplayer. They didn't try a whole lot different with the single player because, well, they know they're a company that shouldn't mess with the formula. Like
yeah.
Splash Damage did not make it. Rocksteady made it. So Splash Damage's responsibility is to not change the formula. However, Rocksteady did not make a multiplayer for the game. So Splash Damage has all rights to do that.
For sure.
So I just it's kind of like when Assassin's Creed came out with their multiplayer. Nobody wanted to play it because it seemed tacked on.
Mm-hmm.
and that's understandable, but it's still fun. Like
Sure.
Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider, for example. I loved that multiplayer. It was fun. And I think the reason I like them is because they're different. They're not the same bullshit over and over and over. I've never been a fan of... That bird was trying to mess your day up.
I know. That got pretty hard for a minute there.
Like that, I'm like right now, a little bit of a preview. I'm writing an article called "What Game Companies Get Wrong About Online Multiplayers."
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gone into detail on each one yet because I'm still in the process of writing it.
Right.
But I can give you kind of like a hint and a glimpse into what I'm going to be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull it up, actually. Here we go. Oh, I just had it. So this isn't like a top 5. It's just 5 things. So they're in no particular order. Poor matchmaking.
Yeah.
One of the things I hate about multiplayers, and not just like the Call of Duties and Battlefields, I'm talking about all multiplayers, is why are you pairing me up with a guy who not only... This is a really hard thing to unlock, by the way, that you're looking at right now.
I know. I'm just like, how do I get across?
You have to. You don't want to get across yet. What you want to do is there's a bunch of airflow going up so you can float, but you're going to want to jump off the thing and turn immediately left and hit the bird down there. Hit the red bird.
Oh, I see.
And then hold A to float across to get to that thing.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's tough, but you can do it. Just wait for like a big gap right there.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Oh, sorry, I'm late, so I'm like right there. Oh.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So there's a pattern. There's going to be 2 birds that are right back to back.
Uh-huh.
Wait for those guys to pass and then go.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because then there's a huge gap.
Oh, I see. All right now.
And float. Then you can go back. You can go back up to that platform or try to fight your way across.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh, I can't go. Oh fuck. Oh damn it. Oh.
Well, you have the idea down.
Yeah. Do I lose?
So poor matchmaking.
Yeah.
Most of the games that I play, it doesn't, like Halo is a big culprit of this. Call of Duty is even worse. Why are you putting me in a match with somebody that is far fucking superior than me? How hard is it to make a fucking algorithm in your game that shows that I should not be playing with this guy who's been playing the game for way the hell too long? Like, why is that a thing that exists?
There's really no good explanation other than the fact that it's the best of trying to level out each person. Because I can tell you so many times that when I was playing Halo 2 back in the day, like religiously on multiplayer, usually like if I was low level, or say I had a friend that was low level coming into the game, like the way of balancing it out is like they'll bring in like some like levels that are equally as high as me, but at the same time balance it out with like equally low level people. So it's like matchmaking is not always the best, but at the same time it's trying to do like the best it can in its given system. But you know,
right? That's my point. Is like you mentioned Halo 2. Halo 2 and Halo 3 to me had some of the best matchmaking systems that I had ever seen. Hell, Far Cry 2 had an amazing system in line for that. But it's just weird. Like, there's so many multiplayer games that are out now that just don't give a crap. Like, one of the things that I've always really hated about a lot of shooters nowadays, and I hate to a point because there are things about it that I really like, but Um, I hate the fact that, like, if you play the game for how long, you unlock these really cool badass weapons and other perks and stuff that I don't have right off the bat. And so you get to use those against me when I play against you, which instantly gives me a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's same goes for MMOs. Like, if you play for a good amount of time, like...
but here's the difference between that and MMOs, in my opinion. Well, you are lucky. The difference between that and MMOs to me is when in an MMO, you don't have to do PvP stuff.
That's true.
So most of the time, like especially World of Warcraft, EverQuest, I really can't think of any other MMOs at the moment because my brain's like, hey, think of MMOs. Nope, not this time. They are... They're usually co-op. So you don't have to worry about... Whoa, my gosh, you got really close to the top there. You don't have to worry about having that stigma. You don't have to worry about, you know, like, oh, my buddy's been playing for however long, so, like, I'm going to play Borderlands 2. I don't care that this guy that randomly hopped in is 20 levels above me. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't make it unfair. Yeah, the game's a little unbalanced now because it's under, like, the whole game is leveling to my skill level, not his, so he's just wiping everything out, but I'm still getting experience for it. So, like, to me, that in that regard, it's not a bad thing. But when I'm going against a guy and he's unlocked all this shit that I can't have yet, especially when it's armor or weapons or stuff, the game is not balanced at that point.
Right.
He is going to, like that last match I just played on Arkham Asylum. Or, sorry, Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
I wiped fucking house with those guys. Cleaned house. Sorry, I cleaned house with those guys. You can tell how white I am and how integrated into sports, like, term I am when I say white house.
For sure.
I destroyed them because I was so much of a higher level than them. It had nothing to do with skill. I'm sure these guys play other shooters. I'm sure these guys play other games. And I'm sure that they're good. I had better weapons. I had better armor. So I'm going to win. It's like all of a sudden if the guy you're playing Rochambeau against all of a sudden knows that you're going to hit paper. It doesn't make it fair. So, like, that to me is an issue, and I think that that's something that developers absolutely need to work on. Now, there are instances where, and this is an absolute, you know, good argument towards it, you're going to want to go up top because there's a secret up there that you just went past.
Oh, oops, fuck, okay. Oh, shit. Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
you can go back to the level later.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a...
Yeah.
like a just keep going level anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going for 100% completion, so you don't really have to get those secrets.
For sure. I'm just playing it just for the sake of playing it.
Yeah. You just have fun and not worry.
Mm-hmm.
However, those things you have to worry about because those things will kill you. But yeah, like that, like, even though I am guilty of taking advantage of those situations, I don't agree with it. There's a secret up top, by the way.
Ooh, I like that.
It's just something I've always hated about online gaming. It just drives me nuts. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, so the argument that I was gonna have. Sorry. some could say that certain games like Assassin's